The Trail to UTMB, Episode 2. What's bringing me back to UTMB in 2025, 10 years on, was the race in 2015. It was my very first mountain race, my second 100-miler race. I didn't think this many things could go wrong when I first signed up. This is what the past 3 years have been leading to. I really didn't know anything about training theory, but we'll get into that. And I'm here on the start line, ready to go. I'm so excited. Now, while I had read everything and watched everything available about UTMB, which was limited 10 years ago, my goals were I just want to try and finish in the top 100. That would be a dream come true. Limit my mistakes. The countdown's on, and I get completely caught up in the vibe of the whole thing. The conquest of paradise comes on. I'm just like, whoa, my mind is being blown right now. This is unbelievable. And since I'm actually late to the corral pen to start, and there was 2,500, and I don't know if it's changed, but at the time, everyone starts at the same time. We had gotten stuck in traffic coming through the Mont Blanc tunnel from Courmayeur. So I'm in the back, which also made me frustrated. So I'm going out hot. I go out too hot, obviously, it's what I do. I was gonna pay for this later, but I was just loving it. I'm passing hundreds of people. Fans are going crazy. This is one of the best sports events I've ever been involved in. Wow, like I'm just gonna ride this energy wave right to the finish. We get to the first climb, the first ski hill climb, Le Charme, I think it's called. And I'm pushing hard. Like I'm super excited. I'm so pumped up. And you know that old saying that it's 10% physical and 90% mental? Well, I'm gonna focus on the 90%, and the 10% can figure itself out. Little do I know at the time, I am getting severely dehydrated because it was a hot year that year. Coming down to Saint Gervais, I'm feeling extremely worked. More worked even than my limited training back then. Should lead me to feel. I'm a little bit lightheaded. My vision is not as clear as it should be, which I know now what that means, but I had no idea then. But you know what? All the best athletes, you just got to grind through this. So that's what I said. So instead of easing up a little bit, rehydrating, I put the pedal down and made my way up the valley towards Les Contaminines. Just kept digging a bigger and bigger hole. By the time I get to the aid station before the climb to the Col Bonhomme, I am severely dehydrated. I'm incredibly lightheaded. I've actually been so lightheaded and confused that I went into one of the fans had a little tent set up for them, just for their people to cheer on everyone, all the runners. I thought that was an aid station. So I went and sat at their picnic bench, tried to get their food. And they were the whole time trying to tell me, no, this is not an aid station, which I wasn't understanding. In the aid station, the actual real aid station, I stopped and I sat down and I was just like, this is so rough and night is just fallen. I got a lot more to go. You know what? I said, I'm just going to take 10 minutes. I'm going to sit down, drink some water, get hydrated. This is before I knew about electrolytes, so I'm just drinking water and eat some food and everything will sort itself back out. We're going to kick into the mental, 90% mental and get this done. Now, sometime on the climb to Col Bonhomme, I have to go for a pee. So I pull off the trail, go for a pee. It's got my headlamp on and I'm like, whoa, that pee looks black. I'm pretty sure that's black. I'm like, nah, it just must be weird reflection coming off the headlamp. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine. Obviously, looking back, that was Rhabdo. And my midsection started really hurting. It wasn't my stomach, but I just had pain like lower down. And every time I took a step, I think I can't remember if it was on the left or right side, I could feel it. It's just like quite painful every time I would take a step. Anyway, I was unable to push now. I'm just like slowly going up this climb to Col Bonhomme and then even the descent, next climb. And pretty much it was just a really rough snail crawl through up to about the pyramids when I think there was enough night now that my core temperature had probably cooled. But still, I didn't really know what was going on, why I was having such a rough time. Things picked up and now I'm in a better mood. I'm heading along the valley into Courmayeur, doing the descent to Courmayeur. Things are feeling great. I'm like, whew, okay, I'm back. You know, all the mistakes, done with the mistakes. Clear sailing from here on out. The climb out of Courmayeur, also nice, really great. Feeling like on top of the world, the sun has come up. It's like unbelievably beautiful day. You can see Mont Blanc and the rest of the Massif right there as you're running along the traverse from Bertone to Bonatti. But then all of a sudden during that traverse from Bertone to Bonatti, I have a really strange feeling in my stomach. I'm like, wow, that's not good. That's not good at all. I keep going and it turns out my nutrition strategy was just to eat goos the whole time, those nasty sticky gels back in the day. I don't know if they make them anymore because they're so bad. But that was it. I just had like 30 goos and that was my nutrition plan for all of UTMB. But I must have been about 14 hours in now and just eating goos and drinking water. And all of a sudden, I need to use the bathroom. I am about to explode and I didn't want to shat my pantaloonies. So to avoid defiling the whole mountainside, I just lay down on the side of the trail. And now I wasn't sweating, but I'm starting to sweat profusely, trying to, withstand exploding all over the side of this mountain and just soiling this beautiful view. And it was daylight. There was a lot of runners around me because of the position I was in the race. I think I was around like 150th. So it's quite a busy section of the trail. It was exposed out on the traverse. And I just lay there on the trail. And I lay there just like, please don't let this happen to me. Fortunately, it didn't then, but I would then feel a little bit better, make it 10 minutes down the road, trail, flop onto the side. Same thing happened. And this kept happening until I got to the aid station right before the next climb. Whew, I'm coming in spicy hot into the aid station, our Nuva, the one before the climb to Gran Colfore, and I just beeline it for the portaloos. So I get in there and I actually timed myself. I was in there for half an hour and it was unpleasant, but I got the job done. Got out, now I'm feeling a lot better, although I've got no nutrients in my entire body anymore, as it's now been left in the portaloo. But I'm making my way up the coal and I'm feeling better because I'm now moved, I'm not eating the goose anymore. I'm now relying on aid station food. So I've packed aid station food into my pack and I'm just making my way now toward Le Foulet. But I'm taking it easy. The Foulet comes, all good. Now, one of the problems with trying out a whole bunch of different nutrition you have never tried before in a race is that some might not agree with your stomach. And by the time I got the Champollion, this happened again. But this time it was middle of the day, maybe even early afternoon. And I, again, beelined it for the portaloos, got in there, locked the door, and my crew was here this time. So it was nice seeing them and they were trying to help me out. They kept coming to check on me because I was in there for another 20 minutes, just unable to move off the loo, if you know what I mean. But the problem was the sun was baking the portaloo. So it was kind of like a sauna of poop. It was a poop sauna and it was disgusting. The next couple climbs over into Trient and then Valarcine were just a grind. The heat was up. My stomach was obviously off. And I told my crew, you know what? It's just about finishing now. I don't care what position I'm in. That goal's out the window. It's just making the cutoff, which I was going to do fine even walking in. But then after Valarcine, the sunset was coming. The temperature started to cool down. Now I'm starting to feel good again. You know what? 100th place is back on the table. And around leaving Valarcine, I think I was around 110th, 120th. So I was extremely motivated. And he's like, I can do this. This would be so epic to be top 100 in UTMB. So left there, morale is high. My energy is now high because I've been able to find some things that I can eat and actually get into my stomach. Into Flagier, and there was probably about 8 people in the aid station of Flagier, and I just run through because I'm so focused on getting top 10. So not top 10. Top 100. And so then I make the descent and I'm descending hard. It's 11 p.m. or so. I get into Chamonix and the crowds are massive and they're going crazy. And it was such a fun finish line, as everyone knows from the videos, or if you've done it, you're lucky enough to do it. It's an incredible feeling crossing that finish line. Crossed it around midnight. I ended up in 86th place. So achieved my goal. Although I did get bumped up to 85th because one of the top 10 guys did get busted for doping. Well, I'm completely destroyed. Goal achieved. Time to retire. Finish trail running. I'm out. What's that? The Tour de Géant, 200 miles?